Hello all, I am the Holen Phantom, and for today we're going to be going over my top 10 picks of Blastoise cards in the trading card game. At number 10 we have Blastoise from Secret Wonders. Like a lot of Blastoise cards, this one came with its own energy acceleration through its Pokepower Waterlog, but it had the downside of ending the turn as soon as it was used. And in a lot of ways, it was reminiscent of Entei from Neo Revelation, as it also ended the turn when it used its power to accelerate energy. But unfortunately for Blastoise, the meta was too fast for having such a slow Pokepower that it did not see competitive play. Its power could have comboed well with Holen Circle, a stadium that stopped a player from attacking by ending their turn as soon as they tried, so it could have been used to prevent the opponent from attacking and giving Blastoise a free turn to power up, but it was too gimmicky to use. Even its attack was lackluster. It had Hydro Pump that for 2 water energies and a colorless could hit for a base 50 damage, and then increased by 20 for every extra water energy attached, but it capped out at 40, meaning that at max, Blastoise could hit for 90 damage for 5 energies. If its Pokepower didn't end its player's turn, or if Hydro Pump hit for more damage, this Blastoise may have seen more play, but as it was too slow. At number 9 we have Mega Blastoise EX from XY. This is going to be the only Blastoise on this list that didn't come with its own energy acceleration, though it could be assisted by Mega Turbo, which could attach discarded basic energy cards to this Pokemon, and Max Elixir, which could look at the top 6 cards of the deck and attach a basic energy card that was found to any benched Pokemon. Mega Blastoise EX was released as one of the earliest Mega Evolution Pokemon in the game, but it was hampered by the downside of having to end the turn as soon as it evolved. But it did come with some of the highest HP of the game at the time of its release, and had a powerful attack in Hydro Bombard, which required 3 water energies to deal 120 damage and hit 2 benched Pokemon for 30 damage each. It didn't see competitive use when it was released because of its Mega Evolution rule that ended the turn, plus it was also outclassed as a water Pokemon by Keldeo EX, which was paired up with another Blastoise that we'll see later on this list. Mega Blastoise did eventually receive a Spirit Link that let it evolve without consequence, but by then, it had lost the support it would have needed to succeed, and it never got the chance to shine. At number 8 we have Blastoise from Team Up. This Blastoise came with a powerful Squall ability, allowing it to search the top 6 cards of the deck for water energies and attach them to any Pokemon, and then shuffle the non-energies back into the deck, so essentially it was a better version of Max Elixir, but only for water energies. It also had a single attack, Hydro Tackle, which for 3 water energies could hit for 150 damage, but also dealt 30 damage to itself. Unfortunately, this Blastoise, while having a pretty good ability, was pretty much outclassed by the newly released tag team Pokemon in the set and could not find a place in the competitive scene, and it would eventually be replaced by Frostmoth from Sword and Shield as a water energy accelerator. If it had been released in a different era of the game, it would have been a great Pokemon. At number 7 we have Blastoise from Platinum. This Blastoise could accelerate water energy from the deck with its Digwell Pokepower, which once per turn would look at the top 3 cards of the deck and attach any water energies to the player's Pokemon in any way they wanted, and then discard the rest. This Pokepower was a huge improvement over the one from Secret Wonders, as it didn't end the turn, and can help draw through the deck instead of relying on cards from the hand. It came with 2 attacks, the first being Aqua Press, which needed 1 water energy and 1 colorless to deal 20 damage plus 10 more for every water energy on either side of the field, so with its Digwell Pokepower it could reach high numbers. And its second attack was Double Launcher. It needed 2 waters and 2 colorless, and then could hit 2 benched Pokemon for 60 damage each at the cost of discarding 2 water energies. And this attack was good because it could combo well with Crobat G to knock out the 3 Lake Guardians, cards that were staples in a lot of competitive decks, as Crobat could place 10 damage on any Pokemon as soon as it came into play, and then Blastoise would finish them off with its attack. Blastoise also comboed really well with Delcatty, as its Pokepower Power Circulation let it put 2 discarded energies on top of the player's deck, which would then be attached to Blastoise using its Digwell Pokepower, and then it could continue dealing big damage with its second attack. At number 6 we have Blastoise and Piplup GX from Cosmic Eclipse. This card is the tag team version of Blastoise to rival the other Gen 1 starters. It came with 2 attacks. The first one, Splash Maker, cost 2 water energies and a colorless, and could hit for 150 damage. But more importantly, could accelerate up to 3 water energies from the hand onto any Pokemon in whatever combination the player wanted. Plus it would also heal 50 damage from that Pokemon for each energy that was attached. The second attack, Bubble Launcher GX, could hit for 100 damage and guaranteed paralysis on the opposing Pokemon, and if Blastoise and Piplup had 3 extra energies attached, Bubble Launcher's attack would increase to 250. This card was similar to Pikachu and Zekrom GX, as it could accelerate 3 energies with its first attack, though it had to attach from the hand instead of from the deck, which was a downgrade. Also, as there was not much in water acceleration when this card was released, it was slow to build up, but could combo with Naganadel from Lost Thunder and Quagsire from Dragon Majesty, as Naganadel could attach basic energies from the discard pile, and Quagsire would move the energy up to the active Pokemon, which could allow Blastoise and Piplup to be powered up fairly quickly. It also worked well with the supporter Misty and Lorelei, as they could search out 3 water energies from the deck for Blastoise and Piplup to accelerate with their attack. And also, by discarding 5 cards from the hand, Misty and Lorelei could allow the player to use an additional GX attack, though the cost of discarding 5 cards was a bit too high and was better used for its first effect. At number 5 we have Blastoise VMAX, a Sword and Shield promo. This card has the highest HP of any Blastoise card released so far at 330, and it comes with 2 attacks. The first is Grand Falls, which requires 3 water energies to hit for 120 damage, and can then attach up to 2 water energies from the deck to benched Pokemon. So like the previous Blastoise, it's similar to Pikachu and Zekrom GX, but it deals 30 less damage, which is definitely a hindrance. Its second attack is G-Max Bombard, which needs 4 water energies and hits for 220 damage, and it can also hit 2 of the opponent's benched Pokemon for 30 damage each, which is useful for softening them up for later attacks. Blastoise VMAX also benefits from the support of Frostmoth, who came with the ability Ice Dance, which can attach any number of water energies from the hand to benched Pokemon. But unfortunately, Blastoise VMAX was outclassed by Lapras VMAX as a water-type attacker, as Lapras had a more efficient attack that dealt more damage for less energy. At number 4 we have Blastoise from Unleashed. This card had the Washout Poke power, which could move water energies from benched Pokemon to the active Pokemon, and 1 attack in Hydro Launcher, which needed 2 water energies and 2 colorless, and could hit any Pokemon on the opponent's side for 100 damage, at the cost of returning 2 water energies back to the hand. This was a great attack as it could snipe support Pokemon on the bench like the Lake Guardians or Claydol. The downside of returning its energies back to the hand could be fixed by comboing this card with either Floatzel, which could attach energy to itself from the hand, and then have Blastoise take it with its Poke power, or with Feraligatr Prime, who could attach water energies from the hand to any water Pokemon. The issue with this Blastoise was its weakness to lightning Pokemon, who were very prevalent when this card was released, with Luxray level X and then Magnezone Prime both being able to one-hit KO it, but otherwise this was a very good card. At number 3 we have the original Blastoise from the base set. When this card was released it was overshadowed in popularity by Charizard, but it was infinitely better as a competitive card. It had an amazing Pokemon power for its time, Rain Dance, which could attach any number of water energies to water Pokemon, and it also set the standard for future Blastoise cards. This card was good because of the prevalence of energy removal and super energy removal in the early formats, which made most evolution cards unplayable, but Blastoise could go up against them with its Pokemon power, being able to repeatedly fuel its teammates' attacks without risk of having their energy run out. It also had a good attack in Hydro Pump, which required 3 water energies for a base 40 damage but could be increased by attaching additional water energies up to a max of 60 damage, though it usually wasn't used as the main attacker in its deck and relied on other Pokemon to deal out damage. It was initially played with Gyarados, who had 2 strong attacks in Dragon Rage and Bubble Beam, but by the time the Fossil set was released, Articuno became its main partner as it had no weakness, resisted fighting Pokemon like the popular Hitmonchan, and had 2 great attacks in Freeze Dry and Blizzard, making Blastoise a top deck in the early formats of the game. At number 2 we have Blastoise from Boundaries Crossed. This card was actually so good it was reprinted twice, once in Plasma Storm as a secret rare, and then again in Plasma Blast. This Blastoise has an ability very similar to the original Blastoise in Deluge, but it can attach water energies to any Pokemon, not just water types. It was a very strong card in its time that comboed very well with big EX Pokemon to hit for massive damage, like Keldeo EX, Black Kyurem EX, and Mewtwo EX. If it committed too much energy to one Pokemon and it was knocked out, it could get the energies back with Energy Retrieval and Superior Energy Retrieval, and even had a decent attack in Hydro Pump, just like the original Blastoise. It needed 4 colorless energies and could hit for a base 60 damage, plus 10 more for each water energy it had, so it could hit for high numbers on its own with enough energy. This Blastoise was also a favorite target for the supporter Archie's Ace in the Hole, which could take any water Pokemon in the discard pile and place it on the bench, and then draw 5 cards as long as the player didn't have any other cards in hand. This let Blastoise sidestep its status as an evolution and be played straight to the bench to start powering up other Pokemon. This Blastoise saw a lot of high-level play, and even won the 2015 World Championships alongside Keldeo EX, making it one of the best Blastoise cards ever printed. And finally, at number 1, we have Blastoise EX from Fire Red and Leaf Green. This Blastoise had 1 attack in Hyper Whirlpool, which needed 3 water energies and 1 colorless to deal 80 damage and then flip until it got tails, and then discard energy from the opposing Pokemon equal to the number of heads, which was a decent attack. But what made this Blastoise so good was its Poke Power Energy Rain, which could attach any number of water energies onto any Pokemon at the cost of placing a damage counter on that Pokemon for each energy attached. Now at a glance, this is a slightly worse version of the ability of the previous Blastoise on this list because of the damage it dealt, but it came at a time in the format when it could be comboed with powerful Pokemon for huge plays. Its best partners were Steelix EX and Lugia EX, and the three would then go on to become one of the top decks of the 2006 World Championships. To begin with, there was Steelix EX, who had a Pokebody that wasn't really relevant, as all it did was keep Steelix from being poisoned, and then it had two attacks. The first attack was Metal Charge, which needed 1 metal energy and 2 colorless to deal 70 damage and then do 10 damage to itself, and the second attack was Mudslide, which needed 2 fighting energies and 2 colorless to hit any Pokemon on the opponent's side for 100 damage at the cost of discarding 2 fighting energies. Steelix's second attack was really good for sniping weak targets and support Pokemon that tried to hide on the bench. But the main attacker was Lugia EX, who had the ridiculous Elemental Blast attack that needed 1 each of Fire, Water, and Lightning energies to be used, and then it would hit for a massive 200 damage, enough to one-hit KO everything in the format at the time, at the cost of discarding all of its energy. Now on the surface, it may seem that Steelix and Lugia shouldn't combo well with Blastoise at all, as they needed to combine 5 different energy types for their attacks, but what brought it all together were the Hoenn Pokemon, Hoenn's Electrode and Hoenn's Magneton, which could be used as normal evolution Pokemon, or could be used as double rainbow energies, which bounced an energy back to the hand as soon as they were attached. So what Blastoise would do is it would attach either 2 water energies to Lugia or 3 to Steelix, and then use the normal attach for the turn to attach either Electrode or Magneton to fulfill the rest of the energy requirements. And just like that, their powerful attacks could be fielded in a single turn. And because their attacks discarded so many energies to be used, the deck also ran Power Tree to retrieve their basic energies, and Pokemon Retriever to get back Magneton and Electrode in order to fuel the attacks again. Because of the versatility that the Hoenn Pokemon provided, Blastoise EX was a huge powerhouse in the format, which is why it makes it to the #1 spot on this list. Blastoise has seen the most success in the trading card game compared to the other Gen 1 starters in terms of playability because of their constant ability to flood the field with water energy. Which is your favorite Blastoise card? Let me know down in the comments below, and remember to like and subscribe to catch new videos. Thanks a lot for watching, bye!